in Panama, and today is the day we're gonna do a walking tour of Panama City from Le Méridien to France Square. Come join us for this walk.
One of the best things you can do when you visit Panama City is to go to Casco Viejo. It was founded in 1673 after the original Panama City or Panama Viejo was destroyed by the pirate Henry Morgan. Casco Viejo is also known as the Old Quarter and was designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1997. We decided to walk from our hotel Le Méridien in downtown financial area all the way to Casco Viejo using the Cinta Costera, which is this belt parkway right next to the water. Let's start the tour. 8 minutes away from Coca Cola Cafe. There's a gentleman standing in the balcony enjoying this beautiful weather. There's a beautiful park right across the street. A lot of local restaurants, like 15-20 years back. This neighborhood was considered extremely dangerous to walk through. And over the years, not recently, but I think 15 or so years, the government has really improved this neighborhood and it's now a trendy place to be. But you can still see signs of neighborhood that's probably not taken care of. So, old buildings with like broken balconies.
But
and,
being old, if it's safe, being old brings its own charm to the neighborhood.
Totally.
So we are enjoying it right now.
Yeah, look at these buildings, how cool these are. So this is a Panama Marine Motors SA.
Oh, look at the floor. Panama?
Yeah,
Picture?
Oh, let's take a foot picture. Smile. So those of you who don't know or have not been following us, we take these pictures with all of our feet, and if we, at one point, our goal is to pull all of them together by searching Google Photos, sneakers or shoes or something,
Yeah.
and then we will see how small the shoes were when we started traveling with Kazanisa and started taking these pictures. Like we have pictures from months old to now 10, 11 years old.
Yeah.
Can anybody tell me why there's a grill? What is the purpose of that grill?
So they cannot cross over the balcony?
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna check out Burke's. Oh, it's closed.
It's closed.
And that's what the bike shop looks like inside. It's a very cool looking bike shop. I did bookmark this on Google Maps, so I was interested in family bike big. $15 for an hour. I mean, 2 people on one bike, his and Nisa can be together, or 1 adult, 1 kid. And even with all of our travels, it's still not hitting me yet that we are finally walking in Panama City. We have heard about this place so much, and to be here and just walk around, that is a very Okay, we were crossing the road and one car stopped. The other one stopped also, but the car behind him did a fender bender. They kept moving on, even though they actually got into a fender bender, but maybe that's okay. Typically in Panama, what happens is when you're crossing the road, everybody will stop and you cross the road. So that's what we were trying to do, but...
Yeah, a car did stop for us and only then we started walking.
Yeah, only then we started walking, but the other car hit the truck and I thought it was going to turn into a scene, but it didn't. Both of the cars just left.
So somehow we just came across this park. We were walking and we took a few steps up to see what's up here because it looked very green and beautifully taken care of. And if you just listen closely, you can hear so many beautiful different bird sounds, which is a treat in itself. So we're just going to take a moment, walk through that beautiful pathway, and then follow our original track. But for now, let's just listen to them.
Like a symphony of birds. It's beautiful. Okay, Aldia, which direction are we gonna go?
I assume here. Is this a bar?
Mazatlan MZT.
At the top
Yeah.
bar. Rooftop bar.
This is us walking towards the
Here?
Coca Cola Cafe. But check out Casco Viejo. This place is beautiful. There's a lot of police presence here. Security guards, police. So talking about safety, you do feel safe.
Look at that store.
Yeah, check
It's
out
a
the store.
boutique, gallery, and souvenirs.
Yeah, a lot of Panamanian hats. I learn, and you learn when you travel, you try to learn as much as you can. The Panamanian hats are technically Ecuadorian hats. So when we were in Ecuador, kids actually bought a hat from when we were climbing Mount Pichincha. Just check out these streets. Casco Viejo definitely has a vibe. And check out the street. This is where Casa Sucre coffee house is. There's Boho Shack
They have ice
Boutique.
cream.
Now I feel like I'm a tourist at heart. Like I'm Google-eyed. I wanna take pictures everywhere. I wanna make videos of every single thing. It's a beautiful place. Okay, so we have 2 more blocks of walking in that direction, and then we're gonna make a left and a right. Okay, we are not professional YouTubers by any means. We started this during the pandemic as a hobby so we can capture his Anissa. We put it on YouTube because the easiest platform for our family and friends to access. And then it was Alia's idea
Thank you.
that got us started. I am passionate about my camera, and when the kids got into it. So we're not professional. If you're looking for a professional tour guide, walking tour of Panama or Casco Viejo, there's plenty of amazing videos around. In this one, you just follow us wherever we go as a family. Google Maps is really how we are finding our way to where we are going. So originally we put Casco Viejo as the destination. Once we left the Mitador del Pacifico. But now we have put the Coca Cola Cafe because we are thirsty and can use a drink. I noticed a lot of people are taking pictures of this street. There are some beautiful buildings here. So nice clean sidewalks, beautiful buildings. And by the way, not a lot of people around for a Saturday.
Yeah, but we did see a few tourist groups.
Like
Some
families.
people, a bunch of people that were with our tour guide, and another family tourist, a big family, all wearing same T-shirts. They designed for this vacation, so that's how we know they were all tourists. We did see some of them in this area, but on our way here, we didn't see anything. So, and that was a little early morning.
Oh wait, we saw people just going up here. Oh, now I know why. Even though we have watched some videos, this definitely looks like much quieter. We are at the start of the rainy season in Panama City. The rainy season in Panama City goes from May all the way through January. For 9 months, it's like this, raining every day, on and off, on and off. But it's either the rainy season or the windy season. I've learned this thanks to the nomadic movement. So thank you if you, can you imagine if they ever watched this video just for fun? And she was like, what, they're referring to the nomadic movement. We have been watching nomadic movement throughout pandemic. We started watching them in 2019, 20, and then throughout pandemic. But we're in their home country now because they're based in Panama. But Alia, what did we find out about this?
This right here is a Church of Mercy, dates from 1522, and according to the accounts of Christopher Columbus travels, this convent served as a resting place for missionaries from Spain. In 1671, the pirate Henry Morgan attacked the city that is currently known as Panama La Vieja. This church was the only one that was not burned during the looting, since it was used as a barracks. So, a little bit of history here about this beautiful
structure, building, and
Structure.
here's pointed out, I'm going to zoom in and show you guys, with stones, they've written 1673 here. So you're walking into some real history, like 2 minutes into Casco Viejo. The whole place is very historic and very ornate. Where Ali is standing, the building right behind, just check this out. Look at the gate and look at the courtyard in there. That is just, yeah. You know, when I said I can live here, this is what I was looking at when I said it. So I was picturing myself living in there.
Yes.
But
this
it looks
whole
beautiful.
Street is
Yeah.
beautiful. You can look at any of the structures and the greenery. It really adds to the whole character of the city. It's beautiful.
Let's continue the tour. Yeah, look at that building. The eagles are very Art Deco style eagles up there. At one point we were debating about renting a car and driving here. I'm kind of glad we didn't, because it's like a traffic cluster every intersection.
Something that we have learned
Yeah.
crossing the streets, if you just stand on a side of a road wishing to cross the road, the cars will not stop until you make a move and let them know your intention that you're trying to cross. Only then they'll stop. So we did make a few stops, hoping that the car would at some point stop. Since we weren't showing our intention, the cars kept going. And that's how we learned that you have to make a little bit move towards the road so they know that you want to cross, and then they'll stop.
I think we are 1 block away, and Alia is going to probably educate us all about the history, significance of the cafe we are going. So check out this old theater that's under construction, and lock and key.
So we are here at the Coca-Cola Cafe. This cafe is considered the first coffee shop in Panama and is still the oldest coffee shop in the city. It was inaugurated by a second-generation Spaniard named Faustino, and at the time Panama was a port of Colombia. In 1903, when Panama achieved its separation from Colombia and the North American arrived here to build Panama Canal, in 1906 the Coca-Cola factory arrived in Panama and Cuba, and that was to be able to refresh the thirst of the thousands of employees who were going to build the Panama Canal. Well, the owners of the cafeteria changed its name to Coca-Cola Cafe, and the Coca-Cola company gave them the permission to use their name and the logo, being the only restaurant in the world that can use it. And in those days, there were no copyright as there is today. So this is very fascinating.
Yeah.
And, you know, I mean, we drink Coke all the time and everywhere, but
The only restaurant in the world officially
Yeah.
allowed to
use
use
the name.
the name directly in the name of the restaurant. That's
Yeah.
why it's called Cafe Coca Cola. And let's see what's inside. Coca-Cola Cafe. Yeah, like Alia was saying, it's the oldest cafe in Panama City from 1875, and the only one in the world to be named Coca-Cola, a namesake endorsed by the Coca-Cola Corporation. And by the way, in 2006 was the 100th anniversary of Coca-Cola. How cool of a history is that? Cafe Coca-Cola is a World Heritage Site and is listed as a special cultural significance of Panama by UNESCO for the world. Their menu is quite diverse. You can get breakfast, you can get salads and meats, juices, sandwiches. Funny enough, they do not have Coca-Cola on their menu.
on the menu, you won't find it.
Yeah, you don't find Coca-Cola. Look how puzzled Isa looks. There's a huge Coca-Cola poster here. What we were commenting on, they didn't like covered this whole thing
Yeah.
with Coca-Cola, which is nice.
It's not marketing heavy, yes.
Yeah, they kept it original. And then they do have a couple of other pictures that people are taking pictures of. As an example, this Cafe Coca-Cola drawing. Alia, we asked the owner who's sitting there, can we take pictures? And he's like, welcome, welcome, in Spanish. You know?
Yeah.
Hopefully he was not saying, no, go away.
No,
But-
not at all. They're very welcoming.
Yeah, so there's a little poster of the building. And the cool thing I saw is the only Coca-Cola fridge is this. So one Coca-Cola fridge, a painting, and now we are in the only restaurant in the world licensed
That is
officially
called-
to be called Coca-Cola.
One more cool thing is that they do serve Coca-Cola in the glass bottles.
Yeah,
So,
although we
we're
ordered
looking
Coca-Cola
forward.
Light, so they might not bring glass bottles.
I see they have original and light. You see in the fridge?
I was trying to trick you.
No.
So we got some fruit juices. Isa, what did you get? Oh, chocolate shake.
This glass bottle, the bottle.
We got our Coca-Cola Light in a can. Now, Alia and I were hoping for the glass bottles, but they don't have glass bottles and light.
For light, yes.
This is shocking. What am I getting at Coca-Cola Cafe? Fried rice. And Khizr's eating a cheesecake. Isa's having a chocolate milk. And Alia is doing what? That's it? No, you're splitting this with me.
Of course, we'll all be sharing everything with each other, but this is because we're not hungry, so we placed the most random order.
Yeah, this is a random order. Okay, we're gonna dig in and we'll pick you guys up after our meal. We're done with the Coca-Cola Cafe. We are standing next to Plaza Santa Ana. Look at that tree. By the way, you saw that tram up top? The thing about Panama, even as downtown area as this, are the birds, right?
The birds and the plants.
Look
There's
at-
so much variety of different unique plants that you see all around you. It's incredible.
It's like the movie Avatar, and the guy took his hair and tied around some
Yeah,
roots
like this.
from a tree. So far, we have not seen a lot of foreigners or tourists from Santa Ana Square. We're gonna head over to Independence
Independence
Square.
Square. Let's go.
Let's go. We are really in the back roads, back alleys. All of a sudden, going across the street, Brian Unisex Hair Salon. There's loud music playing. Look how broken the building is over there, Alia. So depending on the street you're on, the sidewalks can be a hit or miss. Okay, so far there's tons of police around. And at points, it does make you wonder, are they there because something happened? Are they there to protect local government buildings? As of right now, I don't know how I feel around about the safety of this place. You just gotta be careful, I think, if you have your phone or camera out.
Okay.
Now, as soon as you start walking towards Independence Square, the streets and sidewalks starts to improve. Meaning, if you have a stroller, if you have a wheelchair, can you manage with a lot of up and down? Potentially. Passed by more police and cops. Yeah, we made a pit stop. The kids out. Kids, I think mom's looking at some toucans in the back. Lisa, tomorrow we're taking you on a sloth tour.
Yeah, so I'm gonna bring him.
You can bring him. Lisa, do you see the sloth?
Yeah.
And today you can show him Panama City.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Panama.
What's his name?
The name is gonna be Sloppy.
Slothy?
Yeah. I name everything.
How inventive.
I name everything with the E.
Slothy. Okay, let's take Slothy to Independence Square. We did some shopping. Isa got his sloth figurine. And we're trying to see if his, look inside. Do you want to quickly see if they have a bird? Just be careful with your backpack. Yeah. Isa is like the chirpiest little critter I've seen now because he got his sloth buddy on his arm. But we stopped at a different place to see if his can find a toucan. No luck. We're gonna continue. There's a very ornate looking church tower coming. Let's go find out what that is.
Watch out, Isa.
Look at this cafe. Guess what I'm admiring?
The truck.
Yeah, I can just imagine if we can convert the back into like a little home, and this would be our van life truck.
Oh wow.
All right, please comment below if this family should have its own van and we do van life videos. Driving around South America.
Yes. Please comment no.
Let's see how many likes this video gets, and maybe we buy this truck and convert it into a van life truck. None of this is happening, but it's a fantasy. Aldi is gonna make that happen one day.
So on our way to Independence Square, we found this beautiful plaza or square. It's actually called Plaza Cathedral. It's right in front of the Metropolitan Cathedral of Santa Maria. And this is in the old town, Panama City, and it was, according to our research, it was finally consecrated in 1796, even though the construction on this began 1688, which was 108 years prior to when this was actually opened. So
it's a very good looking building.
yeah,
But what I do like about this, the vibe in this square is very comfortable. Did you see the flying guy? Just pointed out, there's 2 license plates on that car, so that's interesting. Maybe a government vehicle? That's the Palacio Municipal. You know how I know that?
Municipality Palace.
Yeah, you know how I know that? I read it. We're not gonna go to the Museum of Panama Canal, which is right here, the Museo de Canal, because tomorrow morning we're gonna Uber our way to the Miraflores locks early in the morning because we have a tour booked at 1:30. So our goal is to be at the Miraflores. It opens at 8 a.m. We're gonna be there at 7:30. That's
Yeah.
our plan. Let's see if that happens. Come back and check that video out if you're interested.
Guys, let's go.
We're gonna see if we can catch that ship. And again, these are not official travel tour guide videos. This is a family of 4
Yeah.
who had a weekend, a long weekend, that we are using to discover a country and walking around and seeing what's what. And so far, we are loving our trip in
And
Panama.
along the way, sharing all our experiences with you, because if you are planning a trip, then hopefully it helps you.
Here is the Central Hotel Panama. Okay, for some reason, this didn't pop up when I was searching for where to stay. But I did have a filter on hotels up to $200 a night.
Oh.
So
There you go.
I guess yeah, that explains why it didn't pop up. I also noticed another interesting thing. There are quite a few tour guides walking around with maps. Okay, on our way to Independence Square, we have now stopped at many of these touristy shops because we are looking for a toucan for his. Right, another store, but no toucan. Check this out. Okay, so we came across this really nice looking juice shop.
Okay.
We have a lot of variety of juices. The ones we picked was Digest-Aid because she said like that's the best one. And then we picked Season, which has pineapple, passion fruit, orange, strawberries, and mango. So we had a really nice time walking the streets around or on our way to Independence Square. What really refreshed me was meeting a couple of folks at a juice bar and having the juices there. I forgot their name already.
It's Matcha Maria.
Matcha Maria's Juice Bar.
That's
so-
in between Cathedral Plaza and Independence Square.
So if you want to try some fresh juices, detox or whatever, they actually had some good smoothies there. Okay. I guess that's a tour bus. Casco Antiguo, Panama. A little creepy. We're talking about creepy. Oh yeah, I can hang out here all day. Museo de Historia, and if you're wondering how expensive are restaurants here, let's check the prices. So chicken, $10. Gusto. Oh, spaghetti, $10. So fairly reasonable prices so far throughout. You're not getting $30, $25 dishes. So it's pretty comparable. It's not as cheap as our trip to Ecuador, but Ecuador is not a very touristy place, so the prices are very local. Whereas here, the prices are slightly ticked up. It is Panama, a lot of tourists come here. but very reasonable. Alia, where we are going is France Square
Yes.
next. Now, if you're wondering so far in this video, what happened to Independence Square,
Yeah.
we're gonna tell you that in just a couple of minutes, so hang tight, because we're gonna head to France Square, because I think that's a square where there is something colorful hanging on top of the street. So we gotta go check that out. As you're walking towards France Square,
Detour.
a quick detour because we saw a bunch of folks standing here, and you can check out the view of where we are staying, downtown, not downtown, where are we staying? The financial district of
Casco.
Panama. But you can check out all the buildings. You can also see the causeway or the highway that runs through the Bay Area.
That's what we are here for, right? Anything interesting or
Yeah.
fascinating or beautiful you see, you gotta stop and take it in.
That's why when I'm walking with Ali, I keep stopping and looking at her because she's beautiful. Okay, so we got distracted by this area, took some pictures. Now I just gotta peel his and Isa away from this area. Yes. We'll see you guys later. Bye. There's musicians in the square. I still am trying to figure out what are we surrounded by. Like, they're magnificent buildings. Like, check this out, right? Like, this is incredible. But I don't know if these are official buildings, if they're hotels, maybe a mix of everything. I can totally see ourselves coming back to Casco Viejo and staying here for a couple of days. And just like that, I think I've answered my question. This magnificent building is Hotel Casco Viejo in Panama, started in 1917. So if you want to splurge and stay at a really nice looking place, you can come stay here because this is in a great neighborhood.
You're cute.
What did you see that's so cute?
Even
A
smaller.
parrot. So we are still on the hunt for the perfect toucan for his. Isa's, what do you name him now? Frothy? Slothy. Isa Slothy is happy. Is he enjoying the tour? Good.
Here's a watch out for them.
Oh yeah, we gotta point out, as you're walking around, there's quite a few sewer caps that are falling in. And so you just gotta be mindful as you're, walking around, look down. I do see a historical sign. The building to your left was originally the Union Club 1917 headquarters of the Panamanian social elite. It then housed a military club until 1989. For a time it was used to host parties and as a film location for such movies as Quantum of Solace from the popular James Bond series. There you go. Promenade to your right honors Esteban Huertas, a general who commanded Panamanian troops during its separation from Colombia in 1903. It was built on a section of the wall that protected Panama City. We just came across this local market. So his is on the hunt for this perfect toucan, but it's hard to find. Just check how peaceful this place is. Street
Gracias.
vendors.
Got it, chico.
But there's just quiet except for the birds. Did you end up finding your toucan? Okay, what is his name? Toucani?
Give him
not
some
toucani.
time.
But here's where we found toucan. See, we took the side street. A nice, peaceful, listen to birds, and Khizer found his bird friend, Mr.
We'll let you know
You
in
know
a
what the
little
birds
bit.
are doing? They see that Mr. Toucan is leaving the street, so they're all singing for him.
Saying goodbye.
They're saying goodbye. Okay, did Slothy meet with Toucani?
His name is not.
So out of that street, with the vendors, you come out and you have this view of Panama City. You can see the spiral building in the middle. You can also see where we're staying, which is on the Meridian. That's where we started walking this morning. And now we are all the way at the end of Casco Viejo. And Alia is gonna brave enough to go to Capitan Raúl Chevalier. Alright, so I'm gonna go in and show you guys what the view is. First, you step down and check this out. Never seen such a creative use of a corner than this little nook where you can have this view of the Panama City in the back. Let's see what Ali is up to next. See, we always talk about moments that makes all the hard work of travel all worthwhile, and it's moments like these when kids are exploring on their own, and here they are with their new pets and Panama City in the back. Look at Alia standing, checking out the view of Panama City.
You know what I was just looking at?
Yeah?
I saw that screen, and I think we were able to see that screen from our room yesterday.
So our
So I'm
building
trying
is?
to figure out, is that the one in the front, Intercontinental?
No,
No.
ours is cream color. I actually saw it from the lookout point. It's a little bit to your
Oh, okay.
left. I am so glad we took this detour because not only Chris found his bird, not only we actually had a really nice breezy walk, we got to see three things that we won't get to in this trip. At number one is the museum that was designed by Frank Gehry. I believe I have this name correct, who designed the Guggenheim in New York. So that's one, that colorful building in the back. I really wanted to see this, which is Bridge of the Americas. Okay, so we were checking out why this bridge is so important, because it's a bridge, but this bridge connects the Americas. Think North America, Central Americas, and Central and South America, right? Like connecting continents. I think that's pretty cool.
That's
very
very
cool.
impressive.
We highly recommend you guys checking this spot out. If anything, you get a nice view of the bridge and just check out the wildlife around. You're surrounded by bird sounds, birds flying, a lot of people, and there's this calm around this whole area.
I am loving it here. So if we understand this correctly, this walkway that we just walked by was not just visually very appealing and a nice place to walk on. This is also historically very monumental. This is one of the best preserved sections of the seaside wall, which was built historically to protect Panama City from pirates and the attacks from pirates.
About a few months ago, we were at the Castelo del Morro, and they were talking about how their walls were 6 feet thick.
Yeah.
So when you come here, you're like, oh yeah, this is a pretty thick wall. Just check out who's walking on the side. A Panamanian princess. You're welcome.
To Monumento al Canal de Panama.
The birds here, and they are very melodic. There's a couple of sculptures coming. Ice cream vendor, barbershop, and
Taylor.
Alia, do you think we have arrived at France Square?
It's still a mystery.
No, I can solve
Is
that
it?
mystery. You know how?
Yeah.
Let's go check out that board that's over there. Plaza
Di Francia. Yeah.
Plaza di Francia. we made it.
We made it.
Chris has been waiting for France and Isa, who ate my Thai fried rice. Here's the quick map that highlights all the things. Now, we didn't cover a lot of these, but check this out. There's Teatro Nacional, so National Theater, Bolivar Palace, Bolivar Plaza, San Felipe. Like the list goes on and on. There's 32 things that you guys can do. This map, you can actually find it online, right? You can just search for Old Town Panama, and look through all of that and map your Google Maps accordingly. We just wanted to wander the streets. We had a couple of spots out of the 32.
So we finally made it to the France Plaza, right in front of the statue of Pablo Arosemena. Now we were a little confused, especially because we took a detour and we followed our own route. So we weren't sure what France Plaza actually was. Also, especially because earlier when we were trying to look for Independence Square, turns out what we thought was Plaza Cathedral was actually this Independence Square. And we didn't talk about it, so we missed it, and we kept walking looking for Independence Square. But then, you know, following the Google Maps, we realized what we had done now.
This city is loud, but it's not the people, or it's not car horns. It's not any of those things.
Yes.
It's loud in a beautiful way. It's those birds. Everywhere you go,
Non-stop.
non-stop birds singing and singing.
Chirping
And chirping. So,
Yeah.
so if we were at times loud in this video, it's because of that, because they're quite loud. And even though we have good mics, but you know, sometimes you just can't hear yourself. So, and just as we were wrapping up here, that's the street with the hats hanging that we wanted to show you. You can see it's a very Instagrammy street because there's tons of people standing around taking pictures. Anya, check out this building called Dodo. It's actually really nice.
very cute.
On a black wall.
Oh.
You can check out all the hats. We have seen this on Instagram. It's a nice street. Okay, so this is the street with the hats. What we did was we actually made a circle around here. We went that way up and then whole circle up to France Square, which you see right behind, and then came back this street. So all you have to do is look for France Square or France, search that in Panama City, it will bring you here. Hope you guys enjoyed this tour of Panama City, Old Town, and our walk. We're gonna catch you guys in the
Next one.
bye for now. Here's a side street. Oh my God, Kiz, you scared me.
You know what? I wonder if they have Coca Cola.
I hope that was a joke.
8
All right,
minutes.
from Santa Ana Maria Square, we're gonna head to Independence Square.
What is Santa Ana Maria?
What was the name?
Santa Ana.
I added Maria. Okay, they spotted something.
That's for you, Baba.
Oh yeah. These could be my gardening shorts.
You would never.
Talking about local cuisine, cinnamon. We're gonna continue our hunt for Slothy's buddy. And his name is gonna be Yappy. How about Yappy? Oh, I found it over there, Yappy.
Family.
Kiz,
Patina.
thank you so much, buddy. I know that's
Kiz
a heavy
and Isa,
backpack. You're
both
doing a
of
great
you.
job. Isa,
Yeah.
awesome job carrying the backpack and finishing my plate of fried rice.